And here in the French capital, the Apollo Gallery at Louvre Museum, where French crown jewels worth some 88 million euros were stolen in a dramatic heist, is going to reopen to the public today. In a scene worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster, thieves disguised themselves as construction workers broke into the gallery back in October 2025. They stole some 8 jewels, which to this day remain missing. However, no jewels will now be displayed in the room. It's going to revert to its previous function as a state gallery. Joining me now from the Louvre is Carys Garland. Carys, I imagine it's a massive relief to many there that the gallery is reopening after months and months of closure.
Yeah, well, it's certainly an event for the museum. It's also an event for the government. The Culture Minister, Catherine Pégard, was here reopening that gallery herself a little earlier. She made some brief comments speaking about how that heist 9 months ago was traumatic for the country. People here, the visitors that I've spoken to, most of them weren't even in the know about this gallery reopening today. One American family that I spoke to said that they did know and they did plan on visiting it. Others say they were certainly curious, although not sure if they'll be able to get around to seeing that gallery with everything else that there is to see in this massive museum. The gallery is empty, as you say. It's completely empty of all the crown jewels that were hosted in that room before. It's now gone back to its 17th century function of being an apartment. It is a work of art in itself. It's very ornate, and it has paintings on the walls and ceilings, including one from Eugène Delacroix and other French artists throughout the years. But the jewels that were in the Apollo Gallery before the heist, they've been moved, and the plan is to put them into a new part of the museum, a strong room that needs to be built, and that will include notably the crown of the Empress Eugénie, which was dropped by the thieves as they escaped the Louvre. But we don't yet know when those items will be on display again.
However, Carys, the Louvre continues to have difficulties.
Indeed, and that heist really laid bare multiple security failings. Some of those have been addressed since. We've seen physical barriers like on the window that the thieves used to access the gallery. There's expanded CCTV coverage. There's an increased police presence here. But the president of the museum, Christophe Laribout, has said that what is the big problem is funding for this museum, not just to finance that strong room to house the remaining crown jewels, for example, but also in the context of a huge overhaul of the museum, a renovation plan that was announced by President Emmanuel Macron last year, which is set to cost 1 billion euros. That will include creating a different entrance to the museum and creating a separate room to house the Mona Lisa with its own entrance also. But the outdated infrastructure obviously is no secret. It's something that even trade unions have decried. We've seen protests throughout these last few months and last year by workers here at the Louvre who also denounced a lack of recruitment, and they wanted a better pay. Overall, it does paint a picture of, pardon the pun, no pun intended, paints a picture of multiple problems for the world's most visited museum.
Carys Garland reporting there from the Louvre. Thank you.